to the Cinementalists. Noun, plural. Definition, those whose love for movies runs so deep, they can't help but do a podcast about them. Hosted by Colton Robertson and Joseph George. Hello everybody and welcome in to the Cinementalists. Today we continue our watch through of the Alien franchise with Alien Resurrection. It was released on November 26, 1997, written by an absolute fuckwad named Joss Whedon, based on characters by Dan O'Bannon and Ronald Shusett, and directed by Jean-Pierre Jeunet. I am Colton Robertson. I'm joined by Joseph George. What's up, homie?
What up? It's always a pleasure to be here, homie.
Oh, and it's always a pleasure to have you. Did I undersell this, or oversell it, or anything? I feel like I might have hit the nail on the head.
If anything, I think you might have undersold it a little bit. I was expecting just absolute dog water. I feel like I don't know. I was going in and just thinking like, okay, they're bringing her back. How the hell are they bringing her back even in the first place?
Not
and
a bad way to bring her back either.
Yeah,
I mean, it's obviously cash grabby. There's no doubt about that. But canonically, it adds a certain interesting layer to what they can do in this world. So, like, I dig it.
I was like, okay, at least, Alien 3, it's like, well, fuck Newt, fuck Hicks, we're just going with, Ripley, and it's this story, and that's okay. At least this one, it's like, well, we brought back everyone, we brought back the one you care about still, I guess, and it's still a different version of Ripley, it is this, I don't know, synthetic. It is interesting, this in-between human, but she still has the memories and she still feels all the same, but feels very muted kind of at the same time, but still has all the same instincts and stuff that she had in the movie before. So I thought, really just an interesting time in this universe with all the just cloning her and then the babies and then having fucking 12 of them, and then like, obviously it puts the company on, or is this even the company anymore? Yeah, this is.
It's not Weyland-Yutani, which is interesting. It's
United.
United Systems Military.
Yeah,
so
United Systems. Oof,
yeah, which like solar systems, like we've expanded, and it's like a galactic republic.
Yes. Yeah,
which is interesting.
Yeah, the government's doing this now. Even scarier, actually. Yeah. So even worse, and yeah, it obviously goes wrong. So I thought, the setup for this, I thought was really, really good. And then set design, I've been kind of harping on it the whole franchise. Maybe the background and the structures and stuff aren't quite up to par, but the xenomorphs and the aliens themselves are gnarly. Like, actually, they look good too. I thought they looked really, really good.
No, so, it's pretty impressive visual effects wise. And sorry about that. I had a frog in my throat. I tend to enjoy the movie a great deal, man. I do think that it's unquestionably subpar compared to even the first three and probably the next three. But it still hits the spot for me. I got Sigourney Weaver, I've got Winona Ryder, I've got Ron Perlman, I've got Michael Wincott there for a little bit. He's a one-eye, one-horn, fly, purple.
That was cool.
Eater.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, and he sounds the same too. Just like it's you recognize the voice before you recognize him. You're like, he sounds familiar. Oh, that's it. It's Nope.
That's just him. He's not. That's just not a character. That's just his voice. Like
I
that's
guess
not
so.
Man, that's a. Yeah, he's. I don't know. On it like that. I recognized him. Yes, immediately. Off the voice. The one, and I'm even looking through his filmography. The guy who has the chest, he has one inside of him.
The chest burster moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
he looks like Tony Hale. He's not Tony Hale. Tony Hale was in Arrested Development and.
Yeah, it says at least this guy's in Seven, which I know I've seen Seven and I love that movie, but he's just the crazed man in massage parlor, and I have no idea what that refers to, and I don't think that's it. and he's in Taken, I guess, as Sam. Oh, that's actually fucking it. He's like Liam Neeson's guy in the chair. I think he's like the guy who helps. I don't know. He's the tech guy or some shit. Wow. Okay. That I thought because I thought it was 7, but no, I think it is this weird Taken role that he's in. But okay,
That's fucking hilarious. I mean, yeah. Beyond that, we also have Tuco Salamanca from Breaking Bad. DeStefano is the crazed guy who's always on coke in Breaking Bad, and then
yes, yeah, that was I don't know. The cast is kind of why it's like all of these people that are not super duper big, but you recognize them from some. I don't know. They have.
I mean,
just
Brad
the working
Dourif
actors,
is in it.
I feel
He's
like
the
here.
weird scientist dude who has like an alien fetish. He was in He was in the Two Towers. He was Wormtongue. He was whispering in the king's ear. And,
Oh shit!
You know,
okay.
he was in the original Dune.
Okay.
He played
Wow.
Piter de Vries, which is not in the. Well, yeah, he is. I believe David Desmalchin plays Piter in Dune, the modern Dune adaptation. He was in the David Lynch adaptation. J.E. Freeman, he looks a lot like Miguel Ferrer to me. The guy who played Dr. Wren looks a lot like Albert Rosenfield to me. Not the same guy, but looks a lot like him to me.
It's just a weird, familiar looking cast that you don't actually quite know where.
Yeah.
At least for me, that was like almost everyone. Winona Ryder, I guess and Sigourney
Yeah, of
Weaver
course.
were quite clear. Also, Ron Perlman. Every time he pops, I feel like he is just kind of this guy most of the time I see him. He's always, I don't know, just I don't feel like I've really seen him in much. Anyways, either I just know that he is Hellboy, but I've never even seen those movies. So that's just what I see him in my head, all the time. But I don't know. He was. I feel like the Sigourney Weaver was like she's not really playing Ripley as human Ripley. I feel like she is playing a whole different character here, and so like performance wise, I feel like she still does a good job. It's different. It's just maybe not the Ripley I'm looking for, so maybe that's why I wasn't paying attention to it. But like Winona Ryder and even the Leland Orser, the guy that did play the chestburster guy,
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought like he did like a small role. I feel like just an honorable mention, but I really love Winona Ryder. Her the
I'm
whole
a big
time.
Winona Ryder fan, man. It doesn't really matter what she's doing. It's always going to be she's always going to be good. I'm a big fan of her. And yeah, Ron Perlman, also always a big fan. Most recently we covered Pacific Rim with him in it. As he was
okay.
the like black market dealer of kaiju parts.
That's right.
Um,
Freaking cowboy, whatever. Like
Yeah, he had the cool ass name. I can't even
yeah.
remember what it is now, but
fuck! Oh my god! What? Ron?
gonna have to look that
Perlman,
up. Gonna have to find
Pacific
what that was.
Rim. He is Ron Perlman. Hannibal Chow.
Hannibal
Wow.
Chow, that's right.
Hannibal Chow. What a name. Yeah, that is that's in Sons of Anarchy, known as Clay. It has he's a bunch of characters, I guess, in TV, but Hannibal Chow, the outfit was bumped. Not quite I don't know, the scar he's got going on here is pretty hard on his face, but not quite the outfit I don't think that the Hannibal Chow was rocking over there. But he at least started out as just kind of grunt and I don't know, but he had some moments, I guess, no, I'm thinking he just shot the rocket at the Xenomorph and that was really it. And he just, I'm trying to think, he didn't really have, like, no, he didn't I'm trying to think of any good redeeming quality of him. He feels like the Joss Whedon insert
He does,
quite heavily.
Yeah, that's probably
and he could just-
what's going on here.
Mhm.
I mean, the best thing he does is kiss the guy at the end. That's the best thing. That's the best thing he does.
That's right.
The best Ron Perlman moment.
That was kind of funny. That was
when
that
he
was
kisses,
good.
what's his name? Vries.
Yes.
Dominique Pinon. Yeah, I liked that. I liked that moment. No, and
Mhm.
I think it That's the thing, man, is it's an hour and 45 minutes and I don't feel like I give a shit about anybody in this movie,
Yeah.
like I care about
Mhm.
Sigourney Weaver, of course. Like the thing that I do appreciate about this portrayal of 8 Ripley, if you will.
Mhm.
Um
Yes.
I think that what's cool is she's like growing into Ripley. Like she's kind of becoming Ripley,
Mm.
but like with the sum total of all of her experiences, like you remember, like you said in the theatrical cut of Alien 3, she like hugs the alien as it comes out of her and
Mhm.
stuff. Like that
Yes.
motherly, maternal instinct is always in Ripley, and I appreciate that it's on display here, even as
Mhm.
her babies are monsters. She's just kind of like, she still has a sympathy and an empathy for them and wants to be there for them, and but she also recognizes like, y'all are evil, I gotta kill you.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Like it's not this movie's not afraid to just do like I don't know. Whenever she was just falling through that grate and then in getting to the womb or wherever the
yeah, the
big mama
nest.
was giving birth and like she was just
That's my favorite
oh,
shot, whenever she's laying on
um
top of the nest there.
whoa. I mean that what it would feel like the Harry Potter. I don't know which Harry Potter it is, but it's before they go to that big chess game. Chamber of Secrets, maybe. Yeah, it feels right. They're going through all these trials, and there's a bunch of snakes and shit that they fall through, and gut or weird tentacle shit. I don't know. I hate this. Would just suck to fall.
Well, I think
I
it's
don't
funny
like it.
that like this movie's biggest contribution to the franchise is that shot is the inspiration for the main poster of Alien Covenant.
Really.
At least I think so. Here, I'll send you the
See.
poster, so you don't have to go
Interesting.
googling.
Oh, true. Get a
Just in
little.
case,
Get some
because those are
spoily
movies worth
spoilies.
not spoiling.
Whoa.
Yeah, like all the alien bodies intertwined and everything, and it look.
Oh. Yeah, a
One
little more
thing I will,
Last of Us. Oh no,
yeah,
a little,
a little bit.
hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
there.
but
I don't know. Was that like just a protective layer of the wound? Like, yeah, I guess.
unclear.
Yeah. I
A
guess I
lot of
don't
the
know. Maybe.
movie's unclear. If she's giving birth like that now, why do they have eggs? I don't know. I don't.
Yeah. Well, I think that was it. It was they always did lay eggs, but then at least
Mm-hmm.
this movie was more interested in what they gained from each other. That Ripley became kind of strong from the xenomorph and everything, but then the xenomorph gained the human reproductive system for the first
Yeah.
time from Ripley. So I think it was like it it doesn't make sense. Like I think that it is stronger for the eggs and like for them to reproduce faster. Like I think it makes more sense. So like it doesn't.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why. I think it's just kind of like fuck it. We're aliens. Let's evolve. We give birth.
It's also a horror thing. Like they wanna
Mhm.
make it
Yeah.
as grotesque as possible. So there's that as well. But no, the part that I'm confused about is why in the movie there are eggs.
Ah. Like yes. So is there two queens, or this queen just laid eggs and then decided
And
to
then
be like,
decided to
fuck
start
it,
giving
human
birth?
Yeah.
I don't know, or maybe they harvested these eggs from somewhere. Like that's where I'm like,
Oh no, never mind. That was after. I was gonna say maybe because the mother was in pain already, and like so I'm assuming she was like starting the birth process. But
Yeah.
the alien, like they did carry Ripley, or didn't an alien like carry Ripley? Was that after she fell through the weird tentacle
yes,
floor?
it
or
was. It was
that-
after she
okay,
fell through
okay.
the weird
So,
nest
yeah.
stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm like, it's there's a tenderness in the display of generally Sigourney Weaver's presence that I really, really appreciate. The way that she handles all the aliens at any given moment, but also, say for that first interaction, Winona Ryder.
Mm-hmm.
There's another instinctively motherly quality to this younger woman that she has, and I really, really appreciate it. I think that there's a softness that she puts on display that she's kind of learning as she goes, because she has that hardened exterior and everything.
Yeah, and really put on display. I didn't know Sigourney Weaver was 6 foot tall, nor Winona Ryder 5'3". The difference here was jarring. I thought at first that it was like a is this some is she like actually
Enhancement.
superhuman?
Yeah.
Yeah, is this some xenomorph thing? And
They
I'm like,
certainly
oh no.
make it seem like it, dude. I can't
I
believe
know.
no Alien movie prior has taken advantage of the fact that she's 6 feet tall.
Yeah, like she was towering. No, I mean she fucking slam dunk.
She towered over everybody in this movie.
Yeah.
You know, like that's like she had a presence. She had that girth in
She
this
did.
one. And not she always does, but yeah, it was astounding. I think that's one of the movie's strengths is that it emphasizes how impressive Sigourney Weaver is. Which I really really appreciate. I think that there's a certain beauty that she possesses that they don't like. It's unbelievable that this is nearly 20 years after the first one.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that-
Fuck off. You know,
that is nuts.
like that's unfair. That's
Okay.
unfair.
What's the secret?
Yeah,
what is
money.
the it? Yeah, that does help. For
It
sure.
helps.
She
It's
looks-
not a guarantee, but it helps. You
Mhm.
know, like it's not surefire, but it certainly does help. But yeah, I read I've been reading a lot of Superman lately, of course, as one does.
Mhm.
And I got to an issue where I can't remember if it was Marv Wolfman or John Byrne. It was one of them. I've been reading my adventure, the Adventures of Superman and Action Comics and Superman from the late '80s, and it was an issue that was released in like late '86, maybe it was '87. And there's this like robot monster that buries Superman under a building. And the police nearby are like, "Oh God, what do we do? Somebody call for help!" And they're like, "Who the fuck do you want me to call? The Ghostbusters? Sigourney Weaver?"
Yes, she's
Like,
that. No, that's
she's
perfect.
just
Yep.
who do you want me to call? The Ghostbusters or this famous actress? I love that that's
Yeah, she's. I mean, it has to be from this. I mean, yeah, because I'm trying to think of what.
Oh,
else
it's from
she's
Aliens.
in
It was
that's, like,
and Aliens
that
came out
could
in
be-
'86. It was fresh
yeah.
off of that movie's release. It was 100%
awesome.
because of that. But like,
Or
it's so
Sigourney
fun-
Weaver, not
Sigourney
Ripley.
Weaver.
Yeah, not Ripley.
No, not Ellen Ripley.
Sigourney
Sigourney Weaver.
Weaver.
It just put a giant smile on my face because not like because we're talking about these movies at the same time that I'm reading these books. It just hit the right spot. But yeah, man, she is that cool, man. She is that cool, and I think that this movie, like a lot of other movies, and like the other Alien movies, in Alien, Sigourney Weaver's an unknown, so they don't treat her like she's, you know, a goddess walking amongst mere mortals, which she is. Aliens, they're like, she is, but we're gonna keep we're real
Yeah.
professional about it, you know, like this is an actress
Yeah.
and she's doing her job and she's good. Alien 3 is like, let's bury her in the pits of hell, okay? Let's make her go through it a little bit more. Alien Resurrection is the most self-aware of any Alien movie. It's
yes.
the most Marvel of Alien movies.
Very much.
And with Joss Whedon writing, I suppose that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's
Look at
a
who we have, you know, and maybe he does go a little too far sometimes, but at least
Certainly.
she's on display, you know, as finally is one thing you can say. But yeah, the sexualization is quite clear. I didn't know at all that Joss Whedon was any part of this before, but then just opening up IMDb and seeing his name, it was like, oh, okay, yeah, this
that makes sense.
This tracks more.
That tracks.
This is, and I guess, you know, she has a lot of like her like being born, like why was she put in that weird sack thing into her cell at the beginning? She had to like crawl out of it, like it was just to see, you know, crawl out of like this weird sack. I feel like in the weird cloning shit,
Yeah,
it was like it was so just weird, and I feel like there were specific shots just to get Sigourney Weaver to do some like weirdo, like just because Joss Whedon was like, well,
Well,
no,
Joss Whedon's also the writer. He's not the director, so there's a certain
okay.
degree of
That's-
influence he probably doesn't possess. The
Young
other side of that is that the
Pierre.
director is
Wonder-
French, so there's always that.
They got a little more
They
of
got
the
a little
spice
weird-
in them, you
they're,
know.
they're a little
Yeah,
weird.
that's,
They got a little
they're
weirdness
okay with
going on,
it.
which is why,
Yeah.
like, whenever it comes to, it's more dialogue for Joss Whedon that typically I go,
Mm.
yeah, that was Joss Whedon, wasn't it?
That's
And
fair.
and
Yes,
you
yes.
know, he sucks, and I don't like him. But there's a certain flair to some of his dialogue that I actually quite enjoy. Like he's good with quippy one-liners, which is what made him pretty decent at writing superhero movies. He's good with the like he's got that on him. So like whenever Ripley is delivering corny ass lines like I'm the monster's mother, or like I thought you were dead. I get that a lot. Like it's kind of perfect. Like it makes a lot of sense. So that's why like. I mean, fuck Joss Whedon until the day that I die, and you by no means have to give it to him. But I do enjoy that aspect of his writing. But yeah, there's a few too many like one of the things that I do like in the context of the movie, but then makes you realize how interesting the depiction of synthetics has been previously is whenever the revelation that Winona Ryder is a robot. And they start calling her a clanker and stuff.
Yeah.
They get real robophobic. That's the good shit. But like it's one of those things where you're like, damn, come on, lay off my girl a little bit. Like she's chilling. She didn't ask to be born. Like that's kind of
yeah. I guess Vreiss, is that his name?
Vreiss, one of the
Vreiss. But they they were together, and then they were even dogging on him, being like, "Dang, you're fucking a robot." And he's like, "What? You've never fucked a robot?" And he's like, he even had to defend it. But it's like, before this moment, they all thought that she was a human. They had no inclination that she was synthetic, and like, if anything. In that moment, Ripley was more synthetic than everyone else. Like before they actually knew that Call was a synthetic. So I think it was really interesting to have that like sit down. It may be one of my favorite scenes of they take the Bible out. Like that's the way they can connect to the the rest of the world. Whatever is the Bible's always hardwired in or whatever. Which I thought that was just kind of funny. But whenever they had that sit down. And she was just like, how do you do it? Like, how do you live on, with yourself? And I think it was interesting of asking a cloned human, not even a naturally born human who probably is struggling, I don't know, the same kind of identity crisis as her, of how you do. And she's just like, well, there's not much choice in it, I'm just here. And she's just kind of so nonchalant about it. And then just continue, I don't know, having that mother-daughter moment, even though they're not at all, like they didn't know each other at all before this, but yeah,
that's why I think that Joss Whedon, he's good with that quippy dialogue. He's not great at overarching story. There's a lot of potential here. There's a lot of potential here, and it falls pretty fucking flat a lot of the time. Because that was a great scene. If more had been built on that foundation of this like the idea that being created, like we're created not in a lab, but we're created, like it's not the same thing, like but it's about this, it's not that different. And so like I wish they would have played a little bit more with the idea of kind of not asking to be born, but making the most with what you've got a little bit. I think that they could have really done. I think they should have emphasized the relationship between Winona Ryder and Sigourney Weaver some more. Also, it's kind of it seems like there's just an emotional ineptitude behind the movie that almost makes it too. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a way that I can put this that doesn't. It's almost too masculine. And what I mean by that is that it's just like, it refuses to show emotion.
Yeah. It's very matter of fact. And even when it does get emotional, it's like, well, we'll give you the very surface level of everything and the big
exactly.
beats,
and that's why I'm like, I just think that there's a lot more in this story than what they were willing to show us. And that's kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
What I do love is I love Sigourney Weaver's willingness to do whatever, though. She does great in this.
I mean, I don't know, they're all I guess I don't know what their roles are, or what are they're here.
They're like pirates. They hijacked the ship with all of the people on it.
Yeah, and this is a government ship. Yes, they're hijacked. Okay, so it's just a big government ship that they're hijacked. Okay, so that makes sense.
Well, they're not hijacking the government ship. they were hired by the government to bring them the people that they are nesting
Oh,
aliens in.
Yes, and how fucked up to be like, all right, they told him that like you're going to be on this mining colony or something, and then it's actually just to use you to sacrifice and put a face hugger on you. That was terrible. Just lining all the people up and putting the eggs in there, and it's like it and I mean. And the scientists, they even say it. It's like, well, you don't understand. It's like all the new alloys, all the new science that will come from this. And it's like, but I mean, even while you're like, they were watching it happen. They were like, oh my God, this is actually this is like, we're fucked up what we're doing here. This is, I mean, straight Nazi shit is what it felt, like this is not, just not cool at all. And I love the Sigourney Weaver. Yeah, I mean, she is just herself, I guess. But Ripley going in there, burning it all down, and then just almost burning the last scientist, and then being like, no, like actually don't do it. And she's do what? She's like, fuck. She wanted. I kind of wanted to see that dude just crisp so bad. I also like that she's like, but I'm better than you. So she like throws it down and is like, fuck you. You expect me to do that, and that's why I won't. Yeah, like I kind of like it. But. Yeah, and it's all in all a pretty forgettable movie. I literally just finished it, and I don't know. What happens before the midway point or the action really starts going is...
we get the basketball scene about 20 minutes in. That's nice. I always like that one. Sigourney Weaver's got such a natural ability that she convinces you that she's somehow not bad with a basketball, which is... Clearly not the case also, by the way.
I mean, just absolutely sunned. Who was it? Was it Ron Perlman?
It was Ron Perlman. Yeah. And when she does it, she bitches him so hard that they start trying to kill her.
Like, what are you? Yeah, it's like, what the fuck are we dealing with here? This is crazy. And I mean... I did kind of say this last movie of like, I wish the company actually would have come in and taken it out of her, so we could have just seen Ripley without, and boom, here we go. We did get it. Sadly, it took many trials and a lot of failed Ripleys and.
Very interesting that the way they get it to work is like they somehow spliced her DNA with the aliens.
Yeah, and it was like they had her
grew
blood
together.
Yeah, it was just her straight DNA that they had from the planet or something like that. Because, like, I guess that was the one part that they could just be retconning and not really paying attention to. But she jumped into a furnace.
I don't think we're supposed to think too hard about it, is my guess.
That's why I was wondering, because they said, like, they just had her DNA somehow. And I think, like,
they
maybe
said they collected it
it
from Fury. They said they collected it from that planet.
Did she? Yeah, it's like she would have had to have just bled somewhere, but then her blood was already toxic. Right? Like, wasn't it last movie? Wasn't it burning through stuff already? Like, it was already like xenomorphic blood, or did that happen here? Was that the first time it happened here?
I think the first time it happens is here.
Okay,
if I'm not mistaken.
But yeah, I guess maybe I'm going too into the weeds there of just how they even got her DNA. But at least
there's a lot in this movie that if you really want to, I mean, we could poke holes. We could we can do that for a while. I think there's plenty of just kind of conveniences and oversights and letting things slide that, don't make a lot of sense. But it ultimately does make for an incredibly fun movie. I do have a great time with it. It's one that, I fell asleep last night, but that was just because I was just dead tired. It wasn't because of the movie.
Yeah,
especially on the other side of Alien 3.
Yeah.
Which is a lesser movie by the franchise's standards. This is a bad movie by the franchise's standards. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing, is that like Alien 3 was like, oh, well, it's not Aliens and Alien, but that's still pretty good. This is like, well, it's not Alien 3 even.
It's a downward slope, and that's maybe just a testament to how good the first two, because say you take these 3 and Resurrection in a vacuum. The first 2 don't even exist, not even in the same franchise. And it's just, these are 2 movies. They're just kind of, like a superhero or sci-fi movie goes.
Yeah,
This is it's not bad.
I think Alien Resurrection is only as bad as it is in comparison to the franchise. I think it has a certain, like you said, sci-fi blockbustery funness to it that kind of, saves it a little bit, because that's the other thing too, is I think it has a tough time deciding whether or not it wants to be a body horror shit fest or a action comedy for the summer.
Yeah, it doesn't, or like just to be honorary to the franchise. Like, it's kind of a little self-aware at this point, which I think all franchises eventually they get into.
They're
this.
going to fall into.
But and not too much. I think it's more of just who Sigourney Weaver is, and more of just like putting her on the pedestal rather than being like, oh, look at what we're doing with the fucking aliens now. It like the birth and why they're giving birth. I don't really know why, but it's like it kind of made sense for the movie. I don't know. They were dealing with genetics.
Again, I like that. I like that touch. I don't think it's a problem. And like what I said earlier, that is some cinema sins ass shit. Like, why do they have eggs if they're? I don't care. I don't care.
The ambush, the water ambush.
They harvested
sick.
them easy. Yeah, that was dope. That was dope.
They were smart. Like, and I always love that they're very animalistic, but they always have like a thing, like unsaid plans or things that they have going on in the background.
That part whenever the two kill the one so that his acid blood melts the floor.
Ooh, yes. And like they talk, it seemed that they like talked about it before. It wasn't just them like getting mad and like arguing and one killing. It was like, well, the only way we're getting out of this is if one of us dies. And so I think it was like,
I feel like they had looked at each other and were like, should we kill this motherfucker? And the other one was like, no, wait a second. They're like, no, we're gonna get this motherfucker.
Yeah. And so they did maybe the alien version of rock paper scissors, and then goodbye.
Rock, paper, scissors, die. Yeah,
and then there you go. And then it was over. Yeah, the scientists knew. Like, from that, they're like, well, yep, we're fucked. We shouldn't have done this, Maybe we shouldn't have messed with the human ending species. I don't know, this absolute horror.
When will they learn? Well, apparently they did. There's nothing after this point in the alien timeline.
The company died. Yes.
There's literally nothing else that happens after this point, unless maybe in comics or something. But even that would be easily retconned. It's a movie franchise and stuff. So like it.
Like what actually blew up at the end? Was that just the big ship? Or like it looked like Earth. Like it looked like a big. Like nuke went off on Earth. I was like a little like,
that's what happened. It was the bigger ship that they were on that they had to launch off of,
and they had to crash it into Earth. That was their only option to kill.
Yes.
And then did they have nukes go off too, or was it just?
I think it's like
the impact from.
I think it's a nuclear powered ship. Is kind of the idea.
And then when it just went, it just went kaboom.
Like kind of like the Nostromo, like it was a nuclear blast in space.
Yeah, that's rough. I guess Earth, took quite the hit there. That was.
They're like, we saved Earth. It's like, well,
I mean, it looked like the entirety of the continental U.S. would be. Obliterate. I mean, I think like all of North America's gone.
That was fucking gigantic.
It was, and then they're like, Earth is so beautiful, and I was like, I was like, wait, what happened? I'm like, because I guess a lot was going on. They didn't quite know what to do, if they had enough. I don't know. It was. Maybe I just didn't catch that it was like, oh, we're crashing into Earth. I thought it was like. Crashing.
No, yeah, they were heading. They were heading to Earth because the emergency systems automatically take them back to Earth if something happens.
Okay.
They'd exerted too much. Like Winona Ryder eventually reveals that they've exerted too much. They've drained too much power on the ship, so she cannot make it self-destruct. Their best shot is crashing it into Earth and having it explode that way.
Okay, it actually makes sense then. So it's like
it tracks.
It is sadly the only option,
it is the only since they drained the power somehow.
I guess Ryder's room may be there, or fuck it, the aliens did it.
The aliens, they figured it out. They know what to do.
They need to preserve.
Loved the water sequence. The underwater sequence is sick. The scariest thing about this movie is that the aliens no longer look so alien when they're underwater. That's horrifying.
Yeah, they can swim well too. I didn't even think about that. Of like the
they look perfect. They actually look right at home. It's terrifying.
And no matter where they are just a perfect. You know, I'm getting where the synthetics come from. They're quite magnificent creatures. You know,
they are. They're beautiful.
But I want them to be nuked. Yeah, this is the nukes shouldn't exist. I don't know. This is the one time it'd be nice to have something that could just evaporate something instantaneously. But yeah, the grandson or whatever the hell that is, the first human baby. I don't know what to call it. That was terrifying. That was like Vecna, but even worse.
I also liked the way they could make it look like he was whining, like his eyes got real soft.
Yes, yeah. Put her down, and he went home. You could literally was like a fucking dog.
Dude, when he's getting his inside sucked out, he's going, "Oh no, my god,
no, fuck, oh!" That was unbelievable. It just went on for so long, and I could not believe that it was happening. I thought, it's a small hole, and I'm like, okay, the window's gonna break eventually, and he's just gonna be flying out
straight through it.
Oh my god, it was so gruesome and just.
He also lives for way too long.
Yeah, bro felt the whole thing. I mean,
it was just his head at the end, and he was still screaming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I can't think of I don't know. I thought drowning or burning to death, that's the worst.
This is awful.
I think getting sucked through a vacuum hole, just a small vacuum hole at that. So, like his brain. I mean, it was just terrible. I went. I guess I was. I mean, yeah. You gave me a recommendation to maybe be a little intoxicated while watching. It did help quite a lot. I don't know. It was awesome. And then the end was unbelievable. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, and it was funny though. At a point, it became like funny, and so it was funny, gruesome. Fucked up, every
sad
emotion.
A little bit because Sigourney Weaver's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like I'm so sorry.
Like if it had just been screaming, it's the fact that all of a sudden it can speak.
Yes, fuck. It is like kill me without.
It goes, like, oh no, oh my god. But there's also something kind of funny about it. It's terrible.
Its brain is being sucked out the back while its intestines are being thrown out the front of him to counteract the vacuum. And then its intestines get sucked back through the vacuum. And I mean, through the noises, you could think it felt every single ounce of pain that it possibly
every
could.
single thing that happened there, which is just demented.
Wow, the skull. It looked close to a predator, though. I was like, interessante of how very just not the quite mouth, jaw, teeth opening, quite thing going on there. But
it's one of those things where whenever Romulus came out, it was the big criticism for Romulus is that it doesn't try to do anything new. It tries to rehash a lot of older things. And then a lot of people were like, even the most interesting and unique thing the movie does is actually from the worst Alien movie. Where the woman gives birth to an alien human hybrid. But it's the other way around. A woman gives birth to it, not an alien gives birth to it. So that's the twist.
It's kind of like the new sequels. It's like, well, they are kind of honoring and using the same structure as the older movies, but they're still telling a different. I don't know. It is like,
Romulus is a better movie than this by every measure. It's a better movie than this. But one thing that this did make me realize is that, frankly, for a cash grab, I would not mind. Is another Alien movie with Sigourney Weaver. I'm just saying. I wouldn't mind. What would
we do now?
No.
Yeah, what's how to bring her back? Just another clone?
She's still alive. This clone is still around.
She's on Earth. That's actually true. With Winona Ryder.
Bring back both of them. Fuck it.
Oh, fuck.
Winona Ryder doesn't age, though, so that's got to be a problem.
This is true. She's not. She doesn't quite
I
have
don't know.
that
They can
Tom
do
Cruise
anything
or
they want
Sigourney.
with the new robots. You know, it could be like in the second gen age, like humans do. Fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah. She wanted to be more human, so she got an upgrade that aged
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
Fuck, reverse plastic surgery. That's fuck. That's interesting. Yeah, very. I don't know. This could be a cool movie now that I'm. Yeah. But yeah, I want. Would she just be killing more aliens, or I'm assuming?
Yes,
or
duh.
just what?
No, I'm completely like I mean the movie would probably be a joke. But I would be there. You know, I'd be there day one.
Time travel inserted into the universe now. She can go
Hmm.
back and save Hicks and Newt from ever dying.
There you go.
And that
There you go.
happening.
We get a CGI monstrosity Newt.
Actually, never mind. This that might be bad. Just I like if I wondered. I guess I didn't ask last movie if it was more like a logistics thing. They just couldn't get the actors back, so like, oh, we're stuck with this story, so we have to kill them off somehow. Or if it was like, well, we just want to go with this story anyways, so we're gonna.
Oh, for
we're gonna
Alien
kill them
3?
off.
No, they
Yeah.
just wanted to kill them.
Yeah. All right. Well, fair enough. So yeah, not. I feel like it's not a. They weren't.
No, they
big
were like, let's double down on
Yeah.
tragedy. That'd be great.
kill. But yeah, nothing.
Which it was.
this
They
one-
made for a pretty good, like, especially on the
Mhm.
other side of this movie, Alien 3 looks fucking great.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
this
know?
is true. It is even better. So it's like a weird order to watch the movies in. Maybe it's Resurrection, then 3, then Aliens. Yeah, I don't just go.
Alien. Just go
Yeah.
backwards,
I
and
don't
then
know.
you'll get the whole thing. Now that was the thing that I saw Alien for the first time in a movie theater, which was electric.
Fuck.
One
that's-
thing I wish for the life of me is that I had not seen Aliens prior,
Yeah.
because I know Sigourney Weaver lives.
Mhm.
So like I wish I could have felt the tension
Ah.
of her running around the Nostromo, like fearing for her life,
Mhm.
and like not knowing if she's in another movie. I really would have liked that. So that's where I'm like, if you know nothing about the Alien franchise, if you're like, well, I know Sigourney Weaver's in a lot of them, then fuck it, watch it however you want. But if you know nothing, you got to watch Alien first. Like the tension of that just must be unreal.
Man, yeah, I envy the people who did get it right off rip in this opening night to live through it, not have to worry
Yeah.
about all this stuff.
Oh, that
And
would have
it's-
been if you were, say you were 10 when Jaws came out.
Mhm.
So you go to the movie theater summer 75. You go see Jaws when you're 10. Fucking electric. A couple years later, you're 12. You head on down to the local cinema to catch Star Wars.
Damn.
Let's go. Next
Holy-
year, you're like, I wonder if a man can fly. You head to the movie the
No.
next summer. Superman hits you.
No.
You go next summer. You're like, man, so we got Tom Skerritt and John Hurt. This chick Sigourney Weaver seems hot. Let's go see this movie, Alien.
Jeez.
Holy shit, this rules. Holy shit, next year the sequel to Star Wars comes out. Then you see that the next summer. Why not watch Raiders of the Lost Ark? Can you
This-
by that time you're 16, brother?
I'm born
If
in
you
the
were
wrong
10
era.
and 75, like.
Mhm.
There might
can
not
we-
have been a better time to be a young movie fan
Can we
than
make
75
that
through 81.
like? Can you do that same thing for the movies that we grew up? Like, what can you say that is like that? Like, what?
That run, I can't. I don't
Yeah.
think that there's a single run of
Like
that being over a
Endgame was like the
6-year
first one to pop
stretch.
in my head, and that's like it. Like that doesn't even compare actually to any of those movies that we talked about. But it was
No,
the
not
biggest
even a little bit.
theater moment that like I
Yeah.
feel like we've been through. But it's like there's not. It's a completely different. I don't know energy.
Well,
in the
and that's the
theater.
thing is that like all of those, I can appreciate as an adult, and like, not only
Ah.
can I appreciate them as an adult, they are made for adults that are also kid friendly. You know, like that's
Mhm.
except for Star Wars, those are probably made for kids that are also adult friendly. But
But
like
yeah.
Jaws, Star Wars, Superman, Alien, Empire, Raiders. Holy fuck. Like those are massive movies that were just one after the other, year after year after year. The only blind spot is 76, and I think was Rocky 76.
I mean, some probably goated came out in 76. But
Rocky
yeah,
might be 77.
This, I guess, maybe if you were 10 or 12 years old,
Nope,
you wouldn't have
Rocky
actually taken
76.
out. I guess
Let's
Taxi
go.
Driver
Jaws.
and Rocky.
Rocky fits the bill for what I was getting at
Yes.
there more than Taxi Driver does. Taxi Driver's a better movie, but like Jaws, Rocky, Star Wars, Superman, Alien, Empire, Raiders, Blade Runner. It was 82, 83 Return of the Jedi, 84 Temple of Doom, 85 Breakfast Club. 84 also had Terminator, so there's that. Yeah. 85 Breakfast Club, Goonies, 86 Aliens.
Now I ask you, do you want to be the little child or teenager growing up through this and watching them, or you have all of the knowledge and living like you are today and be able to experience the movies as they are?
I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm happy with where I'm at. There's no doubt about that. But no, because you still have every advantage. Like you can still do that. Like
you could have both. Actually, I guess you could have lived through it and then still watch them over again to appreciate them as. Yeah, so I guess. Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I think a
little too late.
If in a vacuum, if the question is purely based on being able to watch the movies in a movie theater at the time they came out, yes. On the other hand, I would also rather be alive now. I think.
Maybe,
generally.
Maybe. Yeah. Yes. No, I would. I would.
I think I think it's the case.
Yes.
But
I guess as far it is the franchise. It is losing steam, and it has been a little bit. And maybe they were just kind of aware. They're like, well, damn, we the first two just kind of cooked on a different level. 3, we obviously, I don't know, after that one came out, they knew it wasn't as good as this one. So I think at this point, they were kind of like, let's just have fun. Like, we're not actually setting out to make anything cinematic, like the crazy masterpiece, but it was, like, that water sequence was actually, like,
it's also
really
a good-looking
well
movie.
Like,
I gotta give it some credit for that. Jean-Pierre Jeunet can direct a movie, man. It's got some kinetic energy. I like it's a little, not as good, but it's a little Raimi. There's a little Sam Raimi in there. I feel like it's got some of that energy. It's got a little bit of the Quick and the Damned, some Spider-Man. It's got a little bit of that vibe to it. A little Evil Dead for sure, but it's not nearly as. It seems too concerned with being formally elegant to let it go balls to the wall campy, which is why I'm like, I wish they would have committed fully to just having fun. It feels like they're too concerned with trying to make it look better. Not look better, but seem better than it is, that it loses something for that. Because of its self-awareness and its reluctance to kind of call a spade, it almost suffers for it a little bit. But I don't know. I like it. It's fun. It could be a lot better. There's no doubt.
Yeah, as far as, like, I think Call, as all of the synthetics go, they've just been getting better. Ash sucked.
Generally,
fuck Ash.
yeah.
Fuck Ash. He never, not really one redeeming quality. Bishop was cool, homie. Crawled through the tube. Went, was down for it. We have Call here. Oh, do we have it? Was there a synthetic in Alien 3?
Alien 3 had Henriksen back. He was just basically Bishop.
But actually,
he was
it was revived for a little bit, and then actual designer Bishop came back. So I guess a double Bishop. Now we have Call coming in here.
Buddy.
But,
Oh, buddy. The synthetics in 5 and 6. Oh,
are they just on a different level here?
You're going to love it. Like,
okay. Well, they've just been getting better. It seems the pattern will continue because Call.
Yeah. No, it's oh man. Yeah.
Weird name.
No, I cannot wait. We've been kind of like, holy shit, Alien peak. Holy shit, Alien's not as good, but still peak. Alien 3, okay. Alien Resurrection, shit. Prometheus, Covenant. We're just like, we're doing the biggest Yui here. Just up. We're going.
Yup.
Whew. Oh, I can't wait. Skyrockets and Flight Afternoon Delight type shit.
Yeah, we started high, and we're just in the dip. It's like the Mamba, we went over the big hill. We're in the dip, and then now we're going up the second bump. That's almost as tall, but not quite, I feel like, it's
But yeah, that free fall for a second there.
Hey, but it feels good if you surrender to it.
If you surrender to it, it's nice. Just
float.
don't be afraid. I that's why I like these movies. I like these movies a lot, and I think that we've hit the bottom.
Yeah.
And we've got 3 movies left. So that's one of those things where it's like, and frankly, the bottom isn't.
It wasn't
awful.
that bad.
No,
Yeah.
I have a great time with it. So hard to be too hard on the franchise. But all right, let me ask you this: through 4 movies,
Yeah.
how's it compared to our last project,
Mm.
Mission Impossible?
Well, I was gonna say the gays. I'm like to compare
Gays.
aliens to the gays.
Not
yes,
to the
that
gay
would
movies.
be
The
that
last
would
franchise
be-
project.
Okay.
We got Mission Impossible, MI2, MI3, Ghost Protocol versus Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, and Alien Resurrection.
Nothing against John Woo. I'd say the second movie, there's no comparison of the two. Starting like 1, 2, 3, 4. One's just kind of, they're both, I'd say, they're both timeless classics. I think I actually prefer Alien over
I do too.
Mission Impossible 1, so it wins there. Alien 2 definitely wins over Mission Impossible 2. 3, I'd say that's where Mission Impossible takes the cake back there. And then 4 as well. So yeah, I'd say
Nice
kind of
even
even.
split.
Yeah, kind of
Nice even split. That's the way that I look at it is that the high end of the Alien franchise is higher than the Mission Impossible because the second one, the second best Alien movie, is closer to the best Mission Impossible movie. You know what I'm saying? Like Aliens is closer to Mission Impossible 1 than the second best Mission Impossible movie in that run, Ghost Protocol, is to Aliens. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of how I look at it. But the bottom rung, the worst Mission Impossible movie is better than the worst Alien movie. So that's the other side of it.
Yeah.
It's like I would watch MI2 or MI3 100% of the time over Alien Resurrection.
That's yes, that is true. So yeah, I'd say it's a different vibe, a different world completely.
Oh, very and they're not
yes.
even remotely
But-
comparable film franchises. It's just there are the last 2 that we've discussed. So, and I'll be even more interested through 7 movies if that stands to reason, because
thinking we'll
4,
take a
5,
good
6,
turn.
7. Ooh, Mission Impossible 4, 5, 6, 7 is a crazy run. So
that is, yeah, I mean we do have Fallout. That Fallout.
Fallout's
is in that run.
Fallout is closer to
Yes.
Aliens than, and that's the thing. Alien's a top 5 ever for me, so it's hard for me to compare anything to it. So,
But yeah, I think Prometheus. Next week will be a very. I think I'm already enjoying it. Just off of
I'm already
word
enjoying
alone.
it. I haven't even watched it. I'm
yes.
already enjoying it.
So,
Yeah,
off word
I'm
alone.
with you.
I'm in. But yeah, it was off of word of this movie, I did expect very, very bottom of the barrel. And it wasn't that. It might be bottom of the barrel for the Alien franchise and the lowest that it gets. But as far as just movies go and me having a good time, I was laughing my ass off at some of these things. Like I couldn't believe that we actually were getting them in an Alien, like the death at the end. It was creep, and I'm like, holy fuck. But then I started laughing. I feel like honestly, whenever Winona Ryder came back and like the reveal, I didn't even think she was synthetic. I thought it was just like, nope, she survived the shot, and I just started laughing hysterically. And then it was like, oh, actually, good twist. And then it was it had me kind of all over the place, but it surprised
That's where I'm like,
me more than anything.
it has the bones, and that's probably the most disappointing thing about the movie is that if it was just bad, it'd be easier to dismiss the movie.
Yeah.
But there's enough in it to go, man, this could have been really good, and it's just not,
Yeah. But I mean, we're here. I don't know. We're through it. If this is the lowest that we'll get, man. Yeah, we're sitting
we're in
pretty
for a treat. We're in for a
for
treat.
this franchise. But
yeah,
not
well then.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's not a bad month. It's not been a bad continuation. This is a great month of sci-fi, and if anything, I'm ready for this TV show. I had really no interest in the TV show before.
I'm gonna lock the fuck
but
in
this,
on Alien Earth, dude.
Mhm.
Like I'm gonna eat that shit up.
Yeah. After watching Last of Us, I kind of realized, like, you know what? Maybe TV is actually good every now and then. I do love my movies, but it is nice to just kick on. I don't know. It's a different feeling, a whole different kind of thing, and it'll be it. I feel like it'll allow them to open up the world a whole lot more and try a whole lot more things. So yeah, maybe the best of both worlds, with remaining serious and hopefully good critically, but also do the things that Resurrection wanted. I don't know, wanted to just all the crazy shit that you can do with these creatures, because. I don't know. Earth is a scary thought, I guess. I don't want many aliens to be here at all.
I don't want them here at all. Yeah, no, I'm excited for it. And sadly, this is the last Sigourney Weaver movie in the franchise. We are done with Sigourney Weaver now.
Rip
from here
mother.
on in, it's new. Michael Fassbender is the constant in the next two movies.
Okay. Not bad. Not a bad.
No. Like me some Michael Fassbender. That's a good one. But yeah. So that's what we've got to look forward to. I'll do the plugs, and then we can rate this movie on a scale of 1 to 10. Probably the most interesting rating yet.
Yeah.
But if you would leave a 5-star rate and review and download wherever you might be listening, I would appreciate that greatly. Every time our ratings get added, any rating gets added, it helps our SEO. The more ratings you have, the higher you pop up in search matrices, so that would be very, very appreciated. Go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube, subscribe to me on Substack. Writing a lot of movie reviews lately. It's a great deal of fun. This week, Fantastic Four: The First Steps is coming out this weekend. I will have a review of that up probably today. If I had to guess, I wrote a review. I will be writing a review about it. I haven't yet. We haven't seen it yet. That's why I'm kind of iffy on it. But on Substack, look up Colton Robertson. Also the Cinementalists, but there's an apostrophe between the T and the S. Subscribe there. I'm trying to write something once a week. That's my goal right now. Next week I'll have the July Film Factorial. It's like a little by the numbers, 1 something, 2 something, 3 something, 4 something, 5 something. It's a lot of fun. So check that out. We've also got Fire Pod with me, a Twin Peaks podcast. It's a great deal of fun. If you're a Twin Peaks fan, that's the pod for you. If you've never seen Twin Peaks, you should watch it and then check out the podcast. It's friendly to the first-time viewer and the rewatcher alike. I'm the rewatcher. Joe is the first-time viewer, and he's over there trying to guess every twist and turn, and it's a great deal of fun leading him astray. So you got to check that out. We also have Geek With Me. Geek With Me is something that I want to start focusing on a lot. I would like to be able to create enough wiggle room for us to be able to focus on it. We're operating at a little bit of a 2 episodes a month pace right now. We covered Superman a couple weeks ago, and we do also plan on covering Fantastic Four: The First Steps come this Monday, and anything in between. We're gonna try to iron some details out. We're gonna try to get some more going, but we're definitely gonna hit the ground running with Geek With Me once Alien Earth begins. So if you're digging the Alien franchise, you're watching it with us, watch Alien Earth with us and subscribe to Geek With Me. That's where you need to be for us to talk about Alien Earth. So got that to look forward to. But yeah, I think that's it. Let's go ahead and rate this movie. How are you feeling about Alien Resurrection on a scale of 1 to 10? All your feelings encompassed by a number.
Yes, obviously, the one number that pops out clearly amongst all the others. I guess I know. I don't know. Yeah. Do I prefer it? Oh, Alien 3 or this? I think it's a better movie, but I might, in a vacuum, do I watch Resurrection or do I watch Alien 3 out of
in a
one?
vacuum, I think Resurrection has a little bit of a it's so bad it's good thing going on.
Yeah.
Alien 3, I'm only going to watch Alien 3 if I watched Alien and Aliens.
Yes. But Resurrection, I could just, if I'm feeling weird, if I just want to fucking, because, not gonna lie, in Alien 3, the xenomorphs looked green screened as all, I don't know. It looked actually
visual effects are not
good.
as strong in Alien 3. Yeah.
So here, like, it's actually, there's not, other than just it has the bones and it felt like it could be more. That's like it is a pretty big complaint that like the writing of the movie just wasn't quite there. But like the execution, I guess, in the movie that I got, I feel like it's kind of on par with like my experience that I had with Alien 3.
Okay.
So I don't know if I can put it on the same level. I feel like it's worse critically. Well, yeah, I don't know. It's my gut is either a 7 or like right below, but like 6.5 kind of that does sound kind of nuts, but it's either 6.5 or 7.
Yeah, because you gave Alien 3 a 7. I gave it an 8, right?
Yes.
Because we watched two different versions of the movie, and I'm under
did.
the impression that
Yours,
it really does.
Yes, actually so much better. I was pissed that those changes were actually just clear, like to clearly better for the movie. So I think I will go with 7 because if I watch Alien 3 again, the good version, then Resurrection is still below, actually, but it's still on par with the experience I had.
It's
which
on
I
par
do feel.
with the shitty version of Alien 3. Yeah.
So
okay,
I think that actually makes sense for me. So yes, I think 7 actually. My number is
all right. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go 6.5.
Okay, so there we go.
Yeah,
6,
I'm gonna go
7,
6.5. I don't think it quite breaches the 7 barrier for me.
Yeah, is it good? Is it actually a good movie?
I can't say, but I have a great time with it, which is why I'm getting it very, very close to 7.
It's almost there. Yeah,
it's almost there. It had the bones, it had the structure, it had every tool in its utility belt, and it squandered it a little bit. So I do have a great time though. So 6.5. Bringing it to a 6.75 on the old sentimentalometer will be the low point. I have to imagine.
Yeah, and there we. I mean, I guess it is the lowest I think sentimentalist score that we've maybe ever given. And I'm trying to.
That would make sense. We've covered nothing but some great movies.
Which it's if we're picking something, I don't know. Usually it is pretty good or goated.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Would the previous low be Mission Impossible 2?
I think. Let's see. AI was an. Yeah, 7.5. That's the only other 7. Yeah, let's see. I think that is it. For sure. Because even Alien 3 is. I mean, that's tied with the 7.5. A 7. Yeah, no. That's it. That is the next lowest. I mean, everything else is either like 10s or not. I mean, we cover some good shit. Some real good movies. Kind of tough to.
That's true. That's true.
Even back in the Cinema Surprise, it's all that too. So, but yeah,
Book of Eli.
Oh, that's true. That's on the other sheet. I don't have that one here.
Yeah,
yes,
Book of Eli's probably
that's true.
Pretty close.
That one might be. That might be lower, actually. I don't know. I
feel like we might have given it 6s across the board on Book of Eli.
Let's see. Tron,
similar reasons.
83 for Tron. Yeah, okay. This was back when we had the 2 critical and enjoyment. This sheet, it takes so long to load in. It has so much on here. 56.67% overall.
Okay, so Book of Eli is the low point. There we
go. There it is. So actually
got a new bottom 2. Got a new bottom 2 here.
Not actually the worst. So Yeah, that's a weird question. In a vacuum, do I watch Alien Resurrection or The Book of Eli?
Oh, and here's the thing: our ratings might be right for me, homie. I think I watch Alien Resurrection personally.
Yeah, I don't know. The last viewing of Book of Eli was very eye-opening. It's like, wow, it was like a I saw the TV glow of watching a movie. When I was
like
young
whenever
and
he
being
watches
so
the
shocked
show at
by
the
it.
end. Yeah,
and I'm like, wow,
yeah.
this is cinema. At one point in my life, I'm like, oh my god, that shot of the
was
cat dying at the
corny.
beginning in the fucking woods. That was so. It can't get better than this, right? And then it's I watch a real movie. You know, it's amazing that Casablanca comes before that movie. I will never forget that we covered Casablanca before the Book of Eli. But anyway, I get
That's outstanding. That's
but no,
outstanding.
Alien Resurrection, not the lowest. That is good. We did not hit the rock bottom, actually. So
We haven't. That's good.
yeah.
That's good stuff. There's always time. There's still time. Another I saw the TV glow connection. Yep, we've got 3 more movies before the end of our Alien project, so come back next week for Prometheus, for Alien Covenant the week after that. After Alien Covenant, Alien Earth will kick off, so we will be covering Alien Earth episodes 1 and 2 on Geek With Me. And then the Friday after that, we will be discussing Romulus. So we've got a lot to look forward to. And we're still kind of deciding what we're going to do after Aliens. So stick around for the next couple weeks to, learn it with us. Yeah, I think with that we can conclude this episode of Alien. I am Colton Robertson. I'm joined by Joseph George. Thank you very much, homie.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Oh, and it's always a pleasure to have you. And remember, Father's dead, asshole.